Welcome to the online support from Life Education for IELTS training. Many thanks for the wonderful responses you have given to me for the listening session which I conducted last time. Today I am going to focus on how to improve fluency in your IELTS speaking with special reference to part 1. Like in the first part of the IELTS test, the examiner is trying to know you. So mostly the questions are about your hometown, your interest, your hobbies, your preferences, your routines or habits. Many students tell that in the first part of the IELTS speaking, which is about 4 to 5 minutes, the examiner asks you very straightforward, direct, easy questions, but you are not able to proceed more than one sentence. So this session shall be dealing with on how to expand into 2 or 3 sentences in part 1. In fact, the tips which I tell you for IELTS fluency development is something applicable on a general life situations too. First thing you need to understand is the word fluency. Fluency is not rapid production of sentences. It's not like a big bullet train going with sentences being produced one after another. Fluency is calm, smooth production of sentences one after another, which is intelligible to your listener. So to produce connected sentences which are intelligible to your listener, you need to be calm inside and you need to have a template like how you can produce your sentences. Although I wouldn't ask you to memorize any answers, a basic framework on how to elaborate would be very helpful, at least in the initial stage when you're working on your fluency. In English, there is a phrase called fake it to make it. Basically, it implies that sometimes you have to work on something artificially many times to finally come out with something natural. Even the great speakers and orators we know, they must have done a lot of background work, a lot of practice to finally get it so smooth delivery in the end. So for an IELTS speaking test too, we need not produce big speeches or anything. It's just employing your life experiences and sharing with another person. The code which I wish to share with you is PPT. People, place and time. When an examiner asks you a simple question, like for example, do you like reading? Naturally your first answer is yes or no. But then the examiner would not be very happy with monosyllabic answers. Avoid monosyllables, but it may come spontaneously, but try to elaborate with 1 or 2 sentences. For example, if the examiner asks you, do you like reading? And if you say yes, you can think about people, place and time, and you think about people first. For example, you can say, I love reading. In fact, my parents are great readers, and as a child I saw them reading and I felt like taking up the habit. So the answer becomes more interesting. If there is no idea that generated on people's side, you can move to the other one, place. When did you actually start reading? You can say that, oh yes, I love reading, and I think it was in my school that I actually started reading habit when my teacher used to give me assignment for it. Or you can say about time, like I love reading, especially in the evenings when I have finished my day. So if you use these 3 aspects to develop your answer, it would be interesting and you would be talking from your life experiences. You wouldn't have to depend on ready-made answers from some books, but rather on what your life experiences have been so far. I have a series of sample of questions where you can see how it can be employed, the PPT strategy can be employed. For example, if the question goes to what sort of things do you read? Again, it's a matter of fact question and you may just have to say I read magazines, newspapers and novels, and then you wouldn't know what to say next. So you can say I read magazines on a weekly basis and newspapers every day, and I read novels maybe during the vacations. So you're talking about the time you do this activity, and therefore you are able to generate one more sentence. Suppose the question is, what sports and games did you most enjoy playing when you were a child? All these part 1 questions seem to be like need only one sentence answer, but if you are producing only one sentence, there is not much scope to get score for your fluency rating. So proceed to one more sentence, and sometimes the examiner may show an expression of keenness. In that case, you can proceed to one more sentence. So for a question like what sports and games did you enjoy when you were a child, you can say, for example, I totally enjoyed playing table tennis and hide and seek. And then there is a pause and you don't know what to say next. You can say, I enjoy these activities, especially with my neighbor friends, because we had a ground where we could play in the weekends. So you're talking about people as well as the place where you played these games. I have one more question where I can elaborate like this. Sometimes the IELTS examiner asks you about your preferences, like which do you prefer, eating at home or eating at restaurants. It's just a preference question, and you may think what more to say about it. Like for example, you say I love eating at home, and then the examiner may expect you to say something more on it. So you can say I love eating at home, especially in front of television with my family, because it's a time where we all can catch up with what happened that day. So you're talking about both the time, and you're talking about people you love eating with and the place you love where to eat with. So basically, if you start training yourself for at least 4 or 5 days with the sample part 1 questions that are available in many websites, IELTS help websites, and if you start training in this order of PPT, it wouldn't be difficult for you to elaborate your answer. So this is a tip I have for you today. If you as a preliminary fluency strategy, try doing this PPT thing, people, place and time. For any question, it's possible to find one more sentence generated if you resort to any of these 3 aspects of these questions. So if you, as an initial training technique, can employ these PPT, it will be very interesting for the examiner, because you will be using only your own life experiences. What I believe is that each person is so unique, and what each person has undergone in his or her life is so interesting and special that it would be more interesting for the examiner to listen what you have to say rather than ready-made answers. If you would like me to help you with any kind of elaboration on how a question can be answered, please leave a comment so that I can give you some input where you can elaborate from your life. Thank you so much for watching.